Greece debt crisis meeting over bailout referendum. Greece's creditors are holding a crisis meeting with the Greek finance minister after Athens called a referendum on the terms for a fresh bailout. Greek PM Alexis Tsipras called the referendum for July 5, but Greece's current bailout expires on Tuesday. On Saturday, creditors are expected to address the Greek request to extend that bailout until the vote is completed. As the Greek parliament debates whether to ratify the referendum, queues have formed outside banks in Athens. Many fear that Greece's central bank might start restricting withdrawals. It is unclear what would happen if Greece does not get the temporary extension. Greece has to make a Euros 1.6 billion pounds 1.1 billion payment to the International Monetary Fund on Tuesday, and there are fears Greece's economy could collapse if no new deal is struck. EU Economic Affairs Commissioner Pierre Moscovici said on Saturday that where there's a will there's a way, but German Finance Minister Wolfgang Schäuble said the negotiations apparently have been declared at an end by Mr. Tsipras. In a televised address late on Friday, Mr. Tsipras described the bailout plan as humiliation and condemned unbearable austerity measures demanded by creditors. Some opposition figures accused Mr. Tsipras of using the vote to push Greece out of the EU. At the scene, Joe Miller, business reporter, Athens. Throughout the ups and downs of the recent negotiations, Greeks have by and large resisted the urge to withdraw money from their accounts, pinning their hopes on a last-minute deal with the country's creditors. But as the deadline for Greece's Euros 1.6 billion payment to the IMF looms, and with Mr. Tsipras calling for a referendum next week, lines have begun to form outside ATMs and bank branches in Athens. One bank has imposed withdrawal limits of €3,000 per account, and many ATMs have handwritten empty signs on them. I visited half a dozen bank branches in the city center, where the demand for withdrawals was so strong that customers were given the ticket number, and told to come back in a few hours. One man told me he was 178 in line. The game is over, Peter, one of those queuing, told me. Greece is going into uncharted waters, and the banks will be closed on Monday, I suspect. Anxiety is mounting in Athens. Everybody's really scared, Elena, a woman in her 20s, tells me as she waits to withdraw cash from an ATM that is still dispensing. We need to have enough money to last the week.